DLC thing, I have like pretty much all of them. The only ones I don't have are like maybe one of them for 19. That's like the only thing I can think of. I don't use any of the DLC. And like even the pre-order content that you get, I don't use any of them. And the biggest reason is because my friends don't have them. So like even if I have them, I never play single player because playing alone is boring. But yeah, just because I have the DLC, I typically don't use it. Occasionally I'll start up like a multiplayer server with like the big bud, and that's like the least I would do. And occasionally someone might join that who has it, but it's as far as it goes. Having DLC in the game isn't that rewarding when it comes to multiplayer. But I guess what they don't want is they don't want people to sort of decide who buys the DLC, who doesn't, and then have the person that didn't buy it have a full experience of it, and next time around they buy it and their, for instance, their friend doesn't, and then their friend gets the full experience without paying anything. I can see how they don't want that, but then at the same time, it sort of is like there's still someone buying it, so they're still getting some money out of it. I'm sure a lot of people don't really buy the DLC because part of it is you don't need it to play the game, right? It's optional. But another big thing that I think is that their friends don't have it and that sort of thing. And pre-ordering a game is really risky, and so I can see how people think the pre-order content is not really that worth it, which I personally can agree with. I have it, I never use it, I just don't care about it. So I don't know if there was pre-order content for 2011, 2013, or 15. If there was, I don't have it. I never pre-ordered those versions. I've only pre-ordered 17 and 19. I do have the skinned tractors in 17, and I do have the car that you get, the little quad thing for 19. I never use them. No one has them. Or at least none of my Steam friends have them. And typically when I start up a multiplayer game, it's hard enough as it is to get someone to join. Having that makes it even smaller for the people who can join. So it's just not convenient, especially when you're trying to run a multiplayer game. Now if you I don't know about buying the DLC for the 19 one, if you could buy like the pre-order one. I know they make mods of the exact same thing, and you can download the mod and have the exact same experience for free, which I think is great. But it kind of sucks for us who pre-ordered it, because then it's like, oh great, now people have it for free, we paid money for it, or like extra money. I guess not necessarily, but it depends. If you get the game on sale in a way you did. I mean, personally, I'm perfectly fine with supporting these developers. They make great games that I enjoy playing, and 19 really, it was both nice with its better graphics and few extra features that I didn't expect, but it was a bit of a disappointment with how they took certain things and how there were so many bugs from the beginning and that sort of thing. And the whole fact that a lot of people didn't see the purpose in really buying it because it felt so much like 17. It was just the upgraded 17. So I have more people on my Steam's friend list who own 17 over 19, which doesn't surprise me because I haven't done a lot of 19. But it kind of shows people who got 17 weren't compelled to buy 19, so when you take it that way, it sucks. So I'm really hoping 20 21 blows people away, takes the floor, and just completely changes how people play. Because the new 19 was great with the whole custom building farms and landscaping. Now, one thing that was part of the, I believe, Platinum Edition of Farming Simulator 17 was they had a map. I can't pronounce the name, but they had a map where the house had doors that you could open and close, and I think that was really cool. They didn't have any of that in 19. There wasn't anywhere you could open or close as far as the door go. Now, I don't know for sure, because I never played 19 single player, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, you could go inside the house, but I don't think there was any closing doors or that sort of thing. Like, if they made the house able to be more interactive, like you could close the doors, you could open like a garage, and like you could genuinely store vehicles in a garage with like a door that opened and that sort of thing. And like you could genuinely, I mean, I know you could sleep at night now, but like in a multiplayer, you could be able to sleep where everyone goes into the house and sleeps or that sort of thing. And I think one of the biggest things I would want to see is in that map that they had like a plane on the side, and it was like, could this be like a teaser for maybe crop dusting? You know, you fly a plane over your crops and you dust them. That would be a really, really cool feature if they added that. I think that would be like the biggest thing. And then just in general, adding more crops. Like, I was talking with one of my friends who doesn't even play Farming Simulator, and he was like, what you farming? Are you farming carrots? And I'm like, no, they actually don't have carrots in the game. So if they added like more crops. Now, I know certain crops have to be like hand-picked. I think like grapes and tomatoes and apples and those types of things would have to be hand-picked. I don't know for sure if there are like machines that are able to do that. But like with certain things, I want to say carrots don't have to be hand-picked. They could be handled kind of like potatoes. But yeah, it would be really cool to see like all these different crops in the game that are like rather what's the word? Normal, I guess. Not really normal, but like you go to the grocery store, you see all these different vegetables and whatnot, and you go, yeah, this is what I'd expect. Like all those crops, if they added that, that would be really cool. They added some really neat ones, like sugarcane and cotton, which you don't typically see ever being farmed. At least I don't. But I think cool ones could be like adding more ground type of crops like lettuce or that sort of thing. Things that you'd kind of expect to see in like a grocery store. That would be cool. But yeah, only time will tell with what they decide to add. I'm excited for the new version. I have known nothing about it, so we'll see. I know the new version won't even come out until like a year from now. They'll probably have announcements and that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, I played 19 back in like November of 2018, so I've sort of already played 19 a lot, and I've already experienced 19 enough to sort of say, meh, it's like 17, it's cool, but I felt like I've done it so many times already that like, it's kind of boring. Right? Like, I've been doing it since 15, and 17 added like I think a new crop. I think it added soybeans. I don't remember for sure, but